Hello, we're going to take a look at Intergrator 2012, which is a tool kind of redesigned based on John Twiddy's code for The Last Ninja. Does a lot of isometric bitmap building using pre-made bitmap blocks, and is really good at mixing them together. Clever stuff. So we're going to check it out and kind of take a deep dive and analyze it. So what you need to do is grab the, you need this GDK, so you grab that, download it, install it first, and then you can grab any one of the bundles here. So I'm going to grab the Last Ninja 2 bundle. I've yet to look at that, and I'm just going to extract it. So you can see I've already done the runtime thing there, and that will let you run this decoder. So once you've run that, you get AVG flagging up sometimes. I think it should be fine. So once that's run, you can then go into the files. So if I do file open, yeah, it's just going to restart. Let's go back. Downloads and AVG still, there we go. So it's back now, it's okay. So as you can see, it's fine. I'm going to set the zoom to 2x because it's so small on the screen there, and then we're going to look for the file. So open, and then I'll go to my downloads, and this one, game. There's also the loader as well. I need to look at that later, so we'll just look at this first one. And what it's done is it loaded a bunch of assets here. You can see all the things that make up Central Park scene, so it loads absolutely everything in that is needed for the level. And it's just really cool that it also has like the transparent sort of data. So you can see actually if I make the background blue, we still have this as a solid little object on its own. And this is kind of like pre-making your 3D models in today's terms and then building up your scene. So we can look at the different panels, so you see how this one's made, and we can actually look at the panels here as well. There's actually a few, I don't know if these are pre-made blocks or something, I don't know how that works, but let's just go, oh yeah, so there's different items that make up that part. Let me try just find the first scene, because there's a few rough ones. I don't know exactly how those work, but it seems to be, there we go. So I've seen 112, and I can actually edit this panel. So I'm going to change that to 2x again, and you can see that it's made of two sections that have been pre-made, 68 and 111. So if we actually come out of this and go to 111, you can see this section and 68. So this panel is made of these two panels. So then we need to edit 60 and 111 to see why is it done it in two sections like that. I'm not too sure. So that it's kind of loaded quicker maybe. I guess this being the first scene, they maybe wanted it to show right away, and it's just a quicker way of doing it, possibly. So, so we can edit this panel, and now you can see it's built up of all these assets. So I can toggle them, you can see exactly how this scene was constructed. Section by section. It's a shame you can't really play it in a way that you would see it build up in game, but it's good enough. So you can click on this drum part here and start to move this around. I can use the arrow keys as well. No, it doesn't seem to be responding until I click in this area. It's a bit fiddly. I usually just click in the UI area so you don't select something, because if you do that you can select it and move it. So yeah, we can move the trumpet here, and I'm going to move it behind the drum, so I can do move the back, and you see it's now behind that. But if I move it up, it will also be behind the curtain, so I might want to sort of move, bring closer. If I click that a few times, that's just moving this the plot position when it was created, I suppose, because it kind of creates from back to front, I think. So every time you add something new, it will be in front of the thing before. So I've moved the trumpet there. I can actually clone that as well and move it like so. There's a few of them. Put one there behind the drum, and it automatically works out. You can see how there's grey here, but when I move this, we're actually getting a colour clash, like overflow with the colours. So it's swapping the grey out for black, and it does that naturally, which is kind of cool. We can also do like colour overrides. So anything in this little block that I'm placing down that is yellow, so yellow to I'll go for like red. As soon as I close that, we get the updated asset, which is just really nice. I can also see there's mid-grey in there, so I can change the mid-grey for red. As soon as I close that, that gets updated, and I can still move it around. Right. I put one down here, one. I can make some nice corner piece. Let's clone that and put it up here. You can see how it's behind this bush now, so I'll move to the front, and we've got these nice little kind of corner profiles there. So now I'll look at the scene. Let's close that. You can see how that's updated and updated here, and it's already kind of dealt with the colour clash. Little trumpets back there and so on, so it's really cool for that. So I can make up a new scene. You can see how like some scenes are like pre-made bit, and yeah, like 2 sections. I'm trying to think of why they do that. Maybe for the places you can walk or something, I don't know. There's 2 states of this scene. Well, I'll just copy the scene and just change one little bit. Scene with the gate being open. So I guess they're just swapping out parts. And these parts will be kind of replacing other bits and making up a new scene. So like the gate scene there, and the gate open to make that. So 116 and 85. There's a gate open. That's pretty cool. So I can go ahead and make up a new panel. To make a new panel, you just click on new panel, and it's made 118, and I can look at that. Also, I don't know if that's the same one, 118, 31, confused. Anyway, I can edit this now, and to get an object, all I have to do is add new, and we can see all our objects there. So let's make, I don't know, I'll see what we've got. Make some toilets. So add new, just double click. You see it's much bigger than I thought that would be. So now I can move it around. Got some female toilets there. Let's move that there and add new. Do a bit of wall. And clone that up. In fact, I'm going to override some colours here instead of yellow. So I'll swap yellow for orange, and I'll also swap the greys out, so color override. Now you can only do 3 overrides. There might be more colors there, like this blue, so if I wanted the door to be not blue, then that would be one of them. So I might keep the light grey and change the medium grey. Is that light grey, medium grey for something brown, right? And color override, I'll change the blue door for purple, so blue to purple, and there we go. So I'll do the same for the wall. I'm just going to delete that one and update this. So this and this be changed, yellow for orange, and mid grey, this grey for brown. Yeah, and I can clone that one and move it, clone it, now obviously I've got a bit of excess here, so I'm assuming that they must have made an extra bit for this, so let's just see if it's there. Oh, they've got the top of it like that. Okay, well, I can add that one in. So that would sit there, I'm thinking. Not exactly what I want. I'll just delete that. Let's see, what else have I got? What other options? Don't really have what I was after, but let's grab this one. Looks smaller. Let's see if it'll go. Yeah, it's not quite meeting the right location, but I can go for that. In fact, let's delete that. See if I can go for the opposite angle. I want to see how that looks. Oh no, that's dumb. Something like this, but don't want the part at the top. There's not much options there. Let's just go for a flat roof. So what we'll do, what we'll do is I'll choose. Oh, why it's not letting me select that? Oh yeah, I need to close that. So if I choose this one and actually move it down, but then move it back, right? That works. Never even thought of that until now. So I'm gonna add new, and I thought we'd maybe have a male door. Get a female door, but no male door. Maybe that's built into that top part. Yeah, like see the M there. Okay, so just an arbitrary, doesn't even say F, it's just a bit different, which is fine. And then I want to add a little roof to it, so I'll just use this and move it up, do like a flat roof, and then add, I'll clone that one, move it up to there, and then add new. And I just want to block something that I can block. This one's good enough, but the opposite way. Right, I don't actually have what I'm after, so I guess I'll build this up with a few of these. Don't like that idea. You can't mirror it, can you? Oh no, there we go, there's mirror. Okay, so one on this one, there we go, so I can mirror this and then clone, oops, And then this one I'll mirror it back and move it, clone it, and actually seen that I could get a nice effect there, like a tiling effect. I want to try that. So clone that and mirror it and move it. Clone that one. There we go. I can kind of get a mirror, interesting effect. I don't know how well that'll work. A second. Let's just move that. Yeah, it kind of looks weird, like it's stepping up. Let's just roll with it for a bit. See, yeah. Clone, mirror, clone, and yeah, it kind of works. Let's see how it affects that there. I'm going to try and move it back. So that's been moved all the way back. Let's try and bring to front. So we've got this little overflow there, and there's no real way about it. I'd have to do a color override of, let's see, I could do the dark grey to black, and that might free up a color. Nope. In fact, never even done it. Is that dark grey? Let's try brown. No. Let's move to front. Move to back. It's actually this one here is using too many colours. There was a bit of colour clash there. Yes, oh, that is the only thing. I mean, I could try change the like grey, black. Yeah, it just makes it black and that black. Almost like there's a hole in the door. Let's just remove that. So yeah, I'll just get a little bit of a colour clash there. Let's try light grey to grey, and then I'm going to clone this and flip it and move it. You can see all the different colours we get. I'll try colour override again. Let's try for dark grey. Obviously that fixes it. So then I'm going to change this one to light grey to dark grey. I'll do the same with that. Oh yeah, that's kind of interesting. Nice pattern. And you can multiple select that. Okay, and a color override. Grey to medium grey. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. And then I think it would be nice to be able to just like copy a section. You can't really do that. So I can clone this though and move it up like that, and clone that one. And then you can just start adding in some scenery in front of this or behind it. I'll do that just for quickness. I'll clone this one more time. Flip that one, move that there, and also up here. Right, cool. Nice little kind of interesting pathway. And then we add, let's see, what can we add? Could add a little fence. So move that down, and then bring to front. So you see how it just moves it to the bottom of the list. And then clone that one. I'm actually going to do a colour override here. I want a different colour fence, so I'm going to swap out brown, which is for light green. Might be weird. It's alright. Brown, light green. And play with fire a bit because I could get colour clashes. Doesn't want to do it. Interestingly, it doesn't want to do the override with that. Oh, it's picked the wrong one, that's why. Right. Select closest first. Override, there we go. Brown for light green. And I can move it around, but I don't think I'll get it exactly what I want, so I'll just clone that. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a bit weird because, yeah, it does. And add new, I'm thinking, could I do like a shadow? Yeah. I do have some stuff that looks like shadows, but let's just add that one in. It's gonna go clone that, and you see how there's color clash happening there. Fiddly, but that'll do. I'll clone that. Right, now I'm just gonna make some little shrubs and bits. Got trees and shrubs, so let's add this one. I'm going to change the background color. So to do that, I think we just I have to close this one first. So it should save automatically, I think. Panel editor. Move to front. Let's just close that. So you see how that's updated. Let's change the background to, there we go, we've got green. See how there's green in all these bits though, so I'll change that to here, brown, blue. Brown looks kind of nice. And you see how it fixes a few of the colour limitations. Alright, so edit that one again. In fact, I'm going to close that because I want to see this one updated. I don't know where it actually is. So panel ID 118. See how the panel reference there. Empty record. I don't know how to tell it what panel to be. Location slots. Yeah, I have no way of. It's a store as location. Store the location select above. There we go. So if I do that, yeah, that now sends that there. That's so cool. So now I can edit the panel some more and click on this guy and move it around and start to hide some of this area. Clone that, mirror it, do some color override. Let's do the dark gray for green. You get so much variation out of this, and for me this is like being able to be as creative as you want. This could just be like a little art tool in itself for making your own little scenes. I don't see why not. So I'm going to put that one way down here, and can actually make some grass here if I wanted. So I'll add a new, if I was put a little bench there this way, like these benches, and let's move that up. Right, it's a bit dark, so I'm going to do some color overrides. So I'm going to change black for brown. I'm going to change the brown, and it won't swap that one out and this. It's the one that exists in there already, so don't have to worry. Brown for orange, and I'm going to do orange for light red. Oh, maybe it didn't like the order of that. Maybe it did all kind of transfer up to there. That's kind of dumb. So let's do the lightest one first. So orange for light red, browns for orange, and black for brown. There we go. So yeah, I'll tell a lie, it does transfer through, so yeah, you have to be mindful of that. Okay, I want a little bit of shadow under it, and I'm going to use black, so I'm going to add new and see if there's something I can put on the ground, like a little shadowy effect or something like that. Yeah, that'll do it. So I'll bring that in and color override everything to black. So that's going to be yellow for sure. Anything green. And I got some, I don't know what else is in there, but let's have a look. Let's move that around. I've got light blue in there, or at least cyan, I think. Let's do cyan to black as well. Yeah, I mean there's some stuff left behind. It only gives me 3 color overrides, and there's more information in this block, because the different blocks are using different sets. So I was put that there, and I'm going to move it back, move further. Now it's kind of under it. Right, I was clone a few times. And it kind of looks like a shadow, but it also looks a little bit like rough or rubbish. And I'm just going to flip this one for a bit of variation, clone that one, move it to there, and I'm going to clone it and bring this up here actually, just a bit of garbage would be nice, like that. And then let's try and move to front, and then move to back, and then bring closer actually, bit by bit, until it kind of shows like that. There we go. Right, maybe I could do with a little bin or something, so I'll add a new thing and see what I've got. I've got some stuff. Oh, hot dog stand, might be good. I thought there was a garbage bin. Maybe not. Some boxes and bits. Let's add the hot dog stand and classic, so we'll move that to front, and then start moving that where I want it. Right, I want it behind the fence, so I'll start to move it back, move further until it's behind the fence. There we go. Little hot dog stand that needs the top part of it, so add the top part of it. There we go, little hot dog stand. I feel like I need the tiles to keep going, so I'm going to add a new section. If I flip this, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could just fill some areas, then work them. Let's see if this will work. So I'm going to add that in, move to back, change the color, so light grey to medium grey, and then I'm going to move it like that, and then clone and move it, clone, move it, clone, and move it. There we go, it looks like a little turn in the street, which is nice. So now I can start doing even more foliage and stuff. Might add a wall back here actually, so I'll add new. This kind of looks like a fence. This is kind of cool. Let's add that in. Let's get it to where it's comfortable like that. And then I'm going to do color override. Let's change the orange, I think that is, for black. Yep, and then clone that so it's a little kind of black fence. Clone and I'm kind of confused. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 up and 1. So if we go there, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. Right, it's behind, it doesn't look great, so I'm going to do another color override. I'm going to change anything that was light grey for medium grey, and I think that might fix, it fixes a few things. Let's try dark grey. Yeah, it's kind of like I need to fight with it a bit for it to look correct, but that seems to be alright like that. And then I'll just do one more clone there just to continue that, enough to put something here. I'm going to add that bit of floor actually, and that there, and then I'll also move it to the back and change the colour, light grey to grey, and a little fence. I'll duplicate one more time, clone that. Okay. Right, a little hot dog stand, little dude here selling hot dogs. And then you can go to the toilet, and we're just going to add some foliage. Nice big tree in the foreground, maybe. Be cool. Yeah. Let's move that down here. I'm going to change the shadow color, so I'll do color override. I think that's medium grey for black. Yeah, that just helps that. And then I'll add, I think there might be two parts to this tree. I think this is the top. I'm going to move that. I'm going to flip it as well actually. Yeah, something like that. And I wonder if I can change the, I'm going to change the medium grey, dark grey for green. Yeah, that just helps it show a bit better. And I'll also add an extra bit to this tree, a little fluffy bit like that. I'll do color override, dark grey or green, nice bit of colour, and I'll do another clone, and I'll move this down to here, and I just want to do color override everything to black, so dark grey to black, and light green to, I'll do actually orange, just for a bit of variation in that, and then I can start to sort of furnish up the rest of it. But that's kind of the process, I suppose. Once you've got a few things down, it becomes quite easy. I don't know how long this would take to build up, but I can kind of simulate it. Let's just move that to the back and up. Some little bits far away here. Color overrides, we'll do dark grey for green, and then clone that and move it, clone it, maybe flip this one, clone, and you kind of get automatic changes in a way because of the color clash, but not always. So let's actually flip that way and clone. Start to see a little bit of a repeat pattern. It's a bit like how you get tiled textures in 3D terms. So I'm going to add new. I've got that one right. Let's do this one. It's kind of like a shadow. That's quite cool actually. Let's clone that and move it to the back here, and then do some color overrides. Let's do black to green, and also do grey to light green, and then I might flip this. That's okay. Let's try. That's okay like that. Could do other stuff here, like adding some, I don't know, maybe water. The way I would do water is to get one of these and color override that light grey for the color of the sky, which will be cyan, and then I'm just going to move that. Let's flip this. Yeah, move that there. Get me a little bit of, difference. Start cloning this and moving it. And clone that, and then flip it and move that. Could be a little river. So you see how it just automatically deals with color clash when you put it over something. It'll be trying to override the closest brightness, so it becomes very subtle, and you get away with it because these assets don't have a horde of colors in them. So let's keep cloning that, and that's quite nice like that there. I want a bit of variation, so let's do something like this one, and move this up, and then I'll do color overrides. Color override, anything black becomes cyan, anything yellow becomes cyan, and it should look a bit brighter. And then let's clone that a few times. And then I'll flip it, clone, and bring it down. Just get rid of some of those straight lines. I need to move it to the back here, move to back. No, I just want something here to make it a bit brighter, so I'll clone this same piece, bring it down, and color overrides. Let's do green and orange. And then I flip that one. Just move it around. And then I'll add new, and I want something similar that's kind of noisy, small. There's a few little objects about. It might help. but I can't really do much with those. Let's just do color overrides and do first I'll leave that, yeah, we'll do the middle grey for green, and then we'll do the cyan for light green, and we should get, yeah, so I'll clone that one around. I don't know, I'm trying to make a little kind of shrubby bit or something. We'll see what happens. And then I'll add, I guess I'll add a bit of a shrub in here. Color overrides, do dark grey for green. And I'll move that there and clone it. Yeah, kind of looks alright. Probably add maybe one more tree in front of the bench. So I'll bring to front. It's quite nice with the tree there actually, but let's keep them here. I'm going to do color override, brown for black, just so we can see it. And there's other overrides I could do for that. Let's just do that one, and this looks like the top half. Yeah, yeah, that kind of works. Okay, and I guess that's it. So I'll close this and everything updates. And I can change it to 1 times and print screen, put it into Photoshop, whatever. I think maybe I can save as the viewer only, right? It doesn't let me export or anything. So print screen it, put it into Photoshop, and I'll rip out the image, and then I'm going to put it into Backdrop Designer just to show you the cool CRT effect. So the new and paste that there. Okay, make sure you don't have a 4K monitor like me, because you'll get interpolation between the colors. So I'll do 2 times, print screen, paste it. Still getting interpolation from it, but it might be okay. Backdrop Designer's kind of good for detecting this stuff. So if I just do that all the way to here, right, 960 by 600 should be okay. I'll trim that and export as PNG. Let's do desktop. Open Backdrop Designer. And load it in as a brush. And then full plot, and then switch to the Commodore mode, turn the dither range down, and you can see it's not exactly found the right colours. Try this different pixel blending. Yeah, the palette detection is different, but let's try McDraw. So import the image there. Accept the changes. In this case it's not detected brown as the background colour, so we've got colour clash from that. It doesn't give you the choice of background colour, which is kind of annoying. And Backdrop Designer also doesn't really care, so I'll just keep the pixel modes off for now, or I could do pixel mode, override palette, and just do 24-bit, so that keeps the color right, full color. It's exactly the same as what we get, and I can do CRT effect on top of that. Right, I can do a couple options, so I'll capture that as a brush, plot it down. Right, so I've already got CRT effect baked into that. Come back down, and then I can do preview, add a bit of blur. Right, so it's getting closer to a final CRT look. Bake, capture that as a brush, plot that down there. Go into pixel mode, full 24-bit, or like higher resolution actually. CRT effect on top of that. You can do all sorts of other stuff like dithering and get some slightly interesting tones and whatnot, but we don't need that. So we got an extra CRT effect. Capture that, plot it down, and then basically switch that off and play with the values of by right clicking on these layers to get some desired look I want. We can also do a gradient there, so you can start to see some of the come through. You can actually see that. I don't know why we don't see the background, that's unusual. Anyway, so yeah, get that final Commodore look, and if you're happy with everything, all you want to do, you can put the texture filter on as well. Just helps a bit. Yeah, I'll leave it on, and then just do export image. Now I don't want any pixel dock size. In fact, the pixel dock size is 1200 by 800, so that's fine. That's what we're gonna. It's gonna either keep that or convert it. I'll just keep it, and do export image. And I need to do a different folder. To created. Right, I'm also going to try it without pixel dock size just to see what's better. Right, I'm just going to find those files. And I need to pixel that. For some reason that's made this one super weird and tiny like that. I've never seen that before, that's a bug. This one looks kind of cool. And yeah, that's kind of the end of this tutorial, I suppose. So I hope you enjoy making your own Last Ninja style artwork with that method, using pretty much the tools they would have used at the time. Probably more tricky tools, and I don't know what editor they would have used because they only had Commodores back then, so very, very cool stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.